Hi everybody, thank you for joining us today at the East Lane Lookout Project. This is a super fun project, very unique, and has a really great view we're excited to share with you. We wanted to just chat very briefly about what it looks like to get started working with us on an interior design project. And actually, it begins with the outside. So oftentimes our clients will bring a set of plans to us. We'll do some concepts with the client. We'll do a whole lot of different things to help them get an understanding of what they're looking for. And then one by one, we take each of the surfaces of the outside of the house and apply different materials.
It's a lot of brainstorming first on our part. We kind of go through some conceptual phases all together where we try out different options. We were a little worried on the elevation of this house just because it's lower on the hill. Coming in from the road, we wanted to make sure that you could still see this big, beautiful house.
Yeah, one of our big goals is there's a lot of roof line from where you're standing at the road. And so we wanted to have enough impact and interest when you're coming in and seeing the front door and having that first experience looking at the house that isn't just like, hey, that's a whole lot of roof line. So I think we achieved it. When you actually get here in person, you see a lot of really beautiful, interesting details. The garage is interesting. The front porch is going to be really interesting. You'll see that a little bit more as we get closer to the end of the project. But for right now, let's go inside and we'll show you a few of the details inside. So one of the coolest details you'll see from the very first moment you enter the house is kind of this barrel vault that's going to go right here. We've got a wallpaper treatment that's going to go on the ceiling and some really great light fixtures that are going to go in here. So one of the first things we're always trying to achieve is having that very first like aha moment when you walk into a house. And this is definitely going to be one of those aha moments.
We've got kind of a niche over on this side in the wall that we can display some pretty art, maybe some family photos. It'll be a really nice moment right when you walk in.
So again, we're kind of working with the fact that it's uphill from the front of the house and it actually drops off pretty steeply on the back. And so in order to achieve kind of a nice even flow with the house without it feeling like, hey, I'm on the top floor and I have to go down 20 steps to get to the lower floor, there's going to be a lot of little soft gradual changes as we walk up and down through the house. Okay, so this space, even though it feels kind of tiny but mighty, this is another one of those areas that is going to pack a very mighty punch, especially for a space that's so small.
It was really fun working with this client. They wanted to let us kind of have some freedom in this room. So we're doing a really fun wallpaper up these super tall walls, a fun stone, a little accent moment with the vanity. It'll just be fun to have a pop of color in this small space.
Throughout the rest of the house, often we'll get homeowners who want to do something cool. And the tendency to want to pick something interesting is there, but also you don't want to have something that you're going to get tired of over time. So a powder bathroom is the perfect spot to really do something high impact because you don't really see it all that often. You'll come in and you'll clean it once in a while, but your guests are going to see it. So it's going to kind of be like a little treat or a little piece of dessert for them to take with them. If you want to do something cool with your house and you're feeling a little bit shy, a powder bath or a bathroom that you don't use that often is the perfect place to kind of try some of those fun tricks and really like see how brave you're willing to be. After all that, we're going to jump right into the main entertaining area. So right where we're standing is the great room. We've got the dining room and the kitchen behind us. So we've got great room in front of us. Epic views, that's kind of the theme at this house. This is the best part where it kind of drops off and you see everything about the outside world here. So this, I think, is where you want to have memories with your family. So you're going to sit down here, enjoy time and space with your family or guests. One of the things we love about this is just purely how it's situated on the house.
I love the location of this dining room, honestly, because it is kind of more closed off from the rest of the living space. And we've got some pretty things going in here. We've got some stunning light fixture above the dining table and a really pretty cased opening in here.
Our whole goal of our company is to take your story and make it the very best version of itself. And I would imagine like in that story, you want to say, hey, me and my family have lots of good memories and lots of good times together. And this just gives you that assist to always be able to have a time and a space where you can make memories. So with that, let's jump into the kitchen itself.
We kind of squared things off to make it look super clean and fresh. We've got some really pretty finishes going in here on the cabinetries. It's a pretty cabinet heavy kitchen, so it's got a lot of storage, which is nice, but we still wanted to keep it airy and fresh.
So come on with us. through the kitchen, we have kind of a unique layout here. So you will go back around to the pantry, which is going to be back around this way. But this has a really fun space too. Again, talking about memories and lifestyle and how you want to live. One of the things that our client asked for was a space where their kids could be kind of close to mom and dad. They could be close to what's going on in the main flow of the home without being so far away in like the entertainment room or whatnot. So this is a really fun little office nook. They're going to have desking that comes around here. We'll have a little area where they can either watch TV, play games, do their homework. You know, you might be cooking, cleaning, unloading groceries, any of those things. So the kitchen is right through there. And then all of these like really precious, tender moments with your kids, you get to be right close to them.
One of the cool features of this kitchen is the fact that this whole wall is going to be built-in cabinetry that's really beautiful. Kind of a fun aspect that we're doing is these hidden doors right here that are going to be into your pantry and mudroom space. Some things that's really helpful in considering bringing an interior designer onto your project is the fact that we can kind of tidy up some of these things in the building process.
Yeah, a lot of times your architect is going to come to you with a set of plans, right? The site has a whole lot of restrictions potentially. Maybe you've got some elevation changes or it's a unique shaped lot. So this lot was one of those cases where we were dealing with some interesting angles, and that's why the house ended up with some of these interesting challenges. And the architect does their very best job of making sure that they fill the lot appropriately, that the landscape has all of the requirements. And then one of the things that we have loved is being able to kind of be that intermediary between the client and the architect. So a lot of times the architect's very matter of fact, they're getting lines down on a page. Of course, they've designed a beautiful amount of space for the client. And then there were just a few challenges that the client was having with, like, maybe the flow is feeling a little bit challenging for me, or maybe these lines are feeling a little bit off for me. And so it's nice for us to be able to step into the middle and say, tell us about your hopes and dreams and what you're trying to achieve with some of these spaces. And then also respecting what the architect has put down on plan. We always want to be respectful of what they put down on plan. A lot of times those things that they put down are structural and they're important to the integrity of having the house stand and be solid and everything. So we're able to kind of hit the best of both of those worlds. And this is one of those areas where I think the pantry just a little bit felt like, and here's the pantry, right? It was kind of the last of the spaces, so it just existed. And so we were kind of able to put on that hat of like, I'm a chef or I'm a homeowner and here's how I want my kitchen and my pantry to function. And so we came in and adjusted how the pantry flows and functions. And by the way that we applied where the different appliances are and the sink and all of those different things, I think you'll find that when the walls go up for this, it's going to have really, really good flow. And it's going to make a whole lot of sense, even though on plan it was a little bit disjointed at first.
And then we have also got the mudroom over in this area. This is another space that's really fun to kind of add some character to. We've got some pretty flooring going in along with some really nice cabinets that'll be great for storage and another key pretty moment.
And you'll kind of notice a little bit of elevation change here. So again, not only like sideways angles, but up and down we've been addressing. So you'll be able to go right up into the garage, which is over here, right up to the exterior of the house. So really, really well functioning to have a mudroom that has access to all of those points. It has just started raining. I know you love action videos, so come on with us. I wish you could smell the wood.
Kind of a cool feature of this house is the fact that the primary suite is more of like a primary wing. They've got a lot of really cool amenities in this side of the house. They've got a gym, a sauna, a really nice primary bedroom and bathroom with a big closet, and you can't beat the view.
There's also a balcony that's going in off of this area. So that's going to be totally an epic thing. Again, I think if you've ever been to a really great hotel, that's one of the things you miss is like an epic balcony with a view. And so they've really brought that home so that this is the perfect place for them. They don't ever have to go anywhere else. I mean, they totally can, but they don't have to go somewhere else in order to get that elevated experience. Jumping into the bathroom, we've got a his and her vanity that'll be in this area, and then secret fun things happening over here. There's a toilet closet, as is customary, and we actually have a sauna going in right here, which is super fun. So again, that elevated lifestyle, really having all the most important things. Over here is going to be the incredible shower, and then beautiful garden tub right here below this window. Chandelier, amazing things happening in this area as well. Thanks again for joining us. Next time you come along, there's going to be more drywall, a few more details. It's going to be a lot easier to understand and see what's going on. But in the meantime, have a good one, and we'll keep you posted for next time.